Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Ikhsan Rahadian, and today I'm gonna make a video about how does a computer works. So, computer run commands sequentially with data constantly moving from input and memory to the device processor. Neuromorphic computers, on the other hand, process data at the same time, making them faster, energy efficient, and closer to the structure of human brains. So, overall, a computer works on 4 steps: input, storage, processing, and output. So input is the data before processing. It comes from the mouse, keyboard, microphone, and other external sensors. Second, storage. Storage is how the computer retains input data. The hard drive is used for long-term and mass data storage, while the data set for immediate processing is stored in RAM or random access memory. Third, there is processing. It's where the input gets transformed into output. The computer central processing unit, or CPU, is its brain. It's responsible for executing instructions and performing mathematical operation on the input data. Fourth, there's output. It's the final result of data processing. It can be anything from image, video, or audio content. Even the words you type using a keyboard, you can also receive the output through a printer or a projector instead of directly through your device. So in computer, there are two main components, hardware and software. On hardware, there are motherboard, CPU, RAM, HDD or SSD, graphic processing unit or GPU, and sound card. So motherboard is the prime communication hub between the computer's hardware components. It's the main circuit. Then there's CPU. CPU is the communication director on computer. It receives and interprets the input and instructions and sends out signal to other components of exactly what to do. And there's RAM. RAM stores the data used by operating system and running software and incoming input. The bigger the RAM, the more heavyweight software it can run without slowing the device. Then the HDD or SSD. HDD is to permanently store your media and apps, including the OS or operating system. Same thing with the SSD. Then there's a graphical processing unit or GPU. It is dedicated to processing visual imagery on your computer. Then there's sound card. It's for processing auditory data and sending it to your speakers. Okay, so the second main of the computer is the software. Software, we got firmware and operating system. For the firmware, it's the simple program to instruct your computer to launch the OS. Without it, your computer won't launch your operating system or the other components. And then last is operating system or OS. It's a piece of software that manages your computer's hardware and software resources. Without OS, you can communicate with your computer even using your input device. Okay, so that's the end of the video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.